Today, our champion, Gary Carrington of Plastow, New Hampshire, faces the challenge of Ed Appleton of Roslindale on Candlepin bowling. Hi, everybody. Welcome once again to Candlepin Bowling. I'm Don Gillis, and I guess you all know by now that this program is on videotape, and we do our taping sometimes several weeks before you actually see the telecast. It's always 3 strings of Candlepin Bowling, and it is total pinfall which will determine our winner. He is rewarded with a handsome marble-based trophy from the Ace Trophy Company of Boston. The runner-up receives a smaller but otherwise identical version to indicate he was a participant on our show. We have guaranteed prize money of $1,150. $700 of that goes to the winner, $300 goes to the runner-up. There's $50 available to the winner of each string, and obviously, should they tie, then they would split it at $25 apiece. For a 400 series, an extra bonus of $100. Now, there are several other ways that they can enhance their wallet, and we will get to talk about that in a little while. But first, let's meet today's bowlers, shall we? Eddie, you come in here closer because I talked to Gary last week, and I talked to the challenger first of all. You were on, what, about 3 years ago?
Well, then 1983, yes.
You have a league average right now of 121. Is that what you had the last time?
No, I had about 122 last.
Oh, what happened?
I dropped a little, I guess.
Tell me about, you work for Ionics. What kind of a company is that?
They're basically in the water demineralization business, and they sell all over the world. And
in other words, it's secure. You got a job for a while.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Gary. And you work for a well-known company, I guess, huh?
Yeah, AT&T Technology, yes.
Oh, yeah, I think that's pretty secure, huh?
Yeah, right now, yes.
All right, tell me a little bit about the fact. Now, you won. You were on the World Team Champions in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Tell me, how much did you guys win by?
We won. It was tough the whole way, you know. Everybody had to bowl well, and everybody did. And, you know, it was close most of the way. You know,
let's see, you were on with Jackie Ray and John Miller and Bob Kelly, Big Bob, and Peter Flynn. A couple of pretty good left-handers in there, too.
That's a hell of a team, I know that.
Okay, well, let's see how well you guys can do today, and we'll find that out right after this.
Candlepin Bowling is sponsored in part by your neighborhood TrueValue Hardware Store.
When you're searching for signs of spring, pick these warm weather ideas inside the spring catalog from TrueValue Hardware Stores. Like the 18-inch Palmyra broom by Empire for only $3.99. Get the ever-ready fluorescent lantern for indoors or out, just $9.99. This 32-gallon TrueValue trash can with high dome lid is only $8.88. And this 100-foot extension cord by Master Electrician is just $6.99 in the spring catalog and at participating TrueValue Hardware Stores and home centers.
These days, it's not easy for your New England Olds dealer to get away from it all, because everywhere he looks, there are Oldsmobiles he's got to sell. For him, it's a nightmare. For you, it's a dream come true. Because he's offering 6.9 annual percentage rate GMAC financing on many brand new Oldsmobiles. The length of finance contract is limited. For your New England Olds dealer, it's a nightmare. For you, it's a dream come true.
Please, make him go away.
Who's gonna win today? Who can really say who's gonna win today? 'Cause you never know if it's your lucky day. But there's one sure thing we just got to say. If you really wanna win, if you really wanna win, if you really wanna win, you just got to play.
Taking your kids to see any of these Florida faces is child's play on Eastern Airlines, because beginning June 15th, kids can fly anywhere we fly in Florida, 13 cities and all, for only $24.50 each way in coach. We've also got Florida fares for grown-ups that are just as attractive. Vacation packages, too. See your travel agent or Eastern Airlines for complete details. At these low prices, this summer, there really is no face like home.
Here is today's challenger, Ed Appleton from Roslindale. He told us that he has a league average of 121. His other numbers, high single, 196. High triple, 444. Roll off, 630. And as you know, that's for 5 strings. Oh, so close. 1 pin away from getting his spare. Eddie's representing Wakefield Bowlodrome and Empire Lanes in Hyde Park. His last appearance on our show was just about this time of the year, 3 years ago, April '83. Right down the middle. Right down the middle again. And now he still has 4 pins on the right and 3 on the left. So it's a 6 box, and he starts off with a 9 and a 6. Now here's Gary Carrington. He's representing Pilgrim Lanes in Haverhill and Lafayette Lanes in Amesbury. Oh, what a spare! A beautiful spare for Gary. And for those of you, the unsighted, whom I did not set up what it was, first of all, he had the 2-4-7 and he had the 6 and made it, getting the 2-4-7 and then kicking over the 1 to get the 6. His fill is 7, and he has side by side now the 5 and 6 and the 10. Gary was the runner-up in the men's division of the World Candlepin Bowling Congress last year. He took out the 5, but that's all. The Pro Bowler of the Year was Tim Lipke, also from New Hampshire, from Derry, New Hampshire, and Gary from Plastow. Ed Appleton moving over to lane 38. He leaves 4 horsemen on the right side, plus the 7 and 8. Boy, he got everything except the 7. Everything except the 7. So you know how difficult it was to get as many as he did. It's a 9. Half Worcester left as he punches out the 2 and the 8. Missed the head pin on the right side that time, but got a few more. However, he still has the 1 and the 4, plus 7 and 10. And got just the 1, so he winds up with a 7. Now Gary Carrington. Keeping score on the big scoreboard today, backed by popular demand and hundreds of requests after a 6 or 7 year absence, Isaac Laughinghouse. We were teasing him when he first came in today. It's been a while since he was our scorekeeper. Bruce Goldman is keeping score beside me. Gary has knocked down all but the 6 and the 10. And Ralph Stewart is our lob line judge and referee. Boy, how do you like that Argyle vest he's wearing today, huh? And a spare. Phil Rubin is our producer and director. Don Riley is our statistician, and Joanne Panto, our secretary. Gary Carrington has his second mark, a spare in the third. He got a 7 for a fill on his spare in the first. 8 is the drop, and he has 1 and 2 to pick up. Is it? No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's 5 and 8. Makes it. And so he has spares in 3 of the first 4 boxes. And this is where we take our first check on that scoreboard. There it is, after 4. Carrington 55 with a bonus ball to throw. Appleton 31.
For Mother's Day, save on cool and comfortable Wolverine work lights, medium and extra wide in these sizes. $5 off Spag's regular low price. And pick up the savings on this Hoover Concept 1. Spag's price only $139.50. The Hoover Celebrity with Powermatic nozzle, only $179.50 at Spag's.
Pontiac, among the hottest selling cars in General Motors' 86 lineup, and Grand Am is the hottest Pontiac of them all. At your New England Pontiac dealers, you can buy the exciting new Grand Am Coupe with air, AM/FM stereo, and more for just $98.74, and that includes freight. And now get 6.9% financing on Grand Am or any Pontiac you buy. Hurry while selection's at its best. Get the Pontiac hotter than all the rest. Grand Am, from your New England Pontiac dealers.
You know, we're one of the toughest teams in racing because everything we do as a team. Now, getting a winning team like us to switch motor oils isn't easy. But when we saw how much more horsepower we got with Citgo, well, it was a unanimous decision, even though it was my idea.
Citgo, the one oil tough enough to make you switch.
Of course, our old oil wasn't bad. In fact, we'd be happy to recommend it to anyone racing against us.
Buying a new mower? Take the Yardman hands-off test. Both mowers have blade safety systems that stop the blade when your hands are off. With most mowers, the engine stops too. But with Yardman's Action Guard, the blade stops while the engine keeps running. Hands on, hands off. Yardman makes mowing easy. If your mower won't pass the hands-off test, look at a Yardman Action Guard right away. 9.9% financing at these Yardman dealers.
Here's our challenger, Ed Appleton, on the line at lane 37. There's a big hit. Everything except the 4. Spare. A strike. And an unusual one, as you see the last 2 pins topple over from left to right.